Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Seen Beyond and Through with Monty. Right before you is a video which I'm going to play. And just pay attention to this here.
I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of reasons to be mad.
Why?
I got no hands.
Damn.
I got one leg.
Oh.
Most people see me, they assume that I can't do stuff.
Yeah.
They try to take it easy or baby me.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie either, y'all. Sometimes kids see me, they cry.
Oh.
That's heartbreaking, especially I love kids. Kids fired up, they the future, right?
Yeah.
Jobs don't give me a fair chance because they say I'm a liability. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sir, look, well, if we give you a job, you might. But I ain't gonna lie either, y'all. Check this here. I got a lot of reasons to be fired up. You understand?
Yeah,
Check this here.
What?
One, I got these nerves, and I'm talented with them. You understand me? You give me a basketball. Give me a basketball. I'm a three-pointer and turn around on you before he hit the bottom of the net. Yeah. These nerves. I'm better than Nick Cannon and the person who taught Nick Cannon how to play the drums for drumline. Give me some drumsticks, I'm gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me get out here and start dancing on y'all right quick, because I will cut up if I have to. You know.
I love this personality. Now keep that in mind because a connection will be made. So now, let's get into the show. Right here. What do you see? What is the common denominator? Beautiful babies. Very innocent. Have no idea of the evils of the world. Have no idea of how toxic the world can be. Their eyes are so innocent. And hopefully they can stay that way for a very long time. But unfortunately, these beautiful baby girls are dark-skinned. And what I want to point out to you is this. Unfortunately, I do not know how long they will stay innocent. Because there is a move with online social media, with colorism, talking about the disadvantages that dark skin has. None of these beautiful baby girls are aware of that. And I mentioned the word toxic. Toxic can be pointing out the disadvantage that you have being dark-skinned. Notice I said disadvantage. It can be non-toxic and very positive if you focused on the advantages. And, there are certain sites, or I should say channels, that are on YouTube. There's certain social media posts where people are talking, screaming about colorism. Now, I do believe that that is a very important topic that should be talked about. But unfortunately, I'm seeing it taken into a different direction, the wrong direction, a very negative direction, a very negative connotation that is teaching dark-skinned girls and young women that if you have this beautiful chocolate-colored skin, it is a negative. That it's going to be a disadvantage for you in life. That you will be at a disadvantage. That you can expect to be the last chosen in the romantic field, to be married. It can affect you job-wise. That is just going to give you a very difficult, hard life. And that's not so. It's not so at all. And it's really a shame that people who, I should say women, who do not know how to deal with being dark, or who have not gotten over the trauma that they suffered from being dark, want to expose their hardships on this whole new generation with this falsehood that because you are dark-skinned, your life is going to be a living hell. And that is a fallacy, because your life can be a living hell if you're white. Your life can be a living hell if you are light-skinned. There's no proof that because you are dark-skinned, you're going to have a very hard life. There's no proof that you will be chosen last to get married, last in the dating scene. Jobs are going to be very hesitant to hire you. I think that if I had a dark-skinned daughter, I sure in the hell would keep her away from these YouTube channels against these very toxic, negative people who speak on colorism. To be honest with you, I have not found one who has been very positive, who have talked about the advantages of having melanin. Less likely to get skin cancer. Let's see, eyes are less likely to develop glaucoma. Better eyesight. It fights you from all the negative rays of the sun. It helps with the magnetic, the radiation, what is that, magnetic field around the earth. And when you're this dark skinned, let's put this out there too. You have less genetic diseases. You're less prone to genetic diseases. Whereas people, let's just say Caucasians, and this is not throwing any hate, are more prone to genetic diseases. But all I'm hearing is all this negativity. And I'm wondering, how is this affecting young black girls who are dark-skinned? I do believe that you can talk about it from the standpoint of that, yes, it may have an impact on your life because there are primarily some men, black men, dark-skinned black men. That particular segment is going to be the most colorist, who may not be attracted to your skin type, who may make it a little hard for you. But as I touched on previous posts or previous videos, I've told you about black people, and what I have said I'm going to stand by. The majority of black people are not real light. The majority are not real dark. And most of the colorism that they will experience will come from primarily black men who are darker tones, who tend to prefer them lighter. However, that does not mean that that's going to translate into a hard life. So I do believe that we need to be very careful with the energy, the words. Words are very powerful. When you start putting negative words out there that are filtered, out there that are coming into your minds, impressionable minds. And somehow these minds are thinking that because I have this dark skin, my life is going to be terrible. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be difficult. My God, if they start believing that, and that starts to manifest itself, it can come true. But it's not that it's the way the universe has it set out for them. And I think that too many of these videos that are on YouTube, they don't focus on the triumph of dark-skinned women who are very triumphant in life. such as those who are happily married, those who are happily single, those who are happily careered, those who are very happy in health. That's not focused on a lot. I mean, there's just as much positive that can be put out there about dark skin as there is the negative. And what I'm seeing on YouTube is that we just have so many wounded birds. It's just like majority of them who are talking about colorism, the vast majority, they take it towards a very negative direction. And they don't understand the minds that they are poisoning. The one male here, now it's different for men. I mean, someone like this, a black male who's dark skinned, that I touched on also before, he can go out there in society, be attracted, not really have things, too many things to worry about. Because I'm saying this in a YouTube sense, because there's not a lot of channels that are going to direct negativity towards dark-skinned men. They're not going to tell dark-skinned men that because you're dark-skinned, you're going to have this disadvantage or that disadvantage, so forth and so on. But the majority of them who are preaching are these women on YouTube. And there's no proof that this beautiful lady here is going to have a hard life. There just isn't any proof of that. There's no proof that she's going to have a hard life. There's no proof that she's not going to get a husband, or it's going to be very difficult, or she's going to be last in the dating field. But unfortunately, the information that I'm seeing on these, from these different channels, are making it seem like dark skin is a handicap. That's where I tied in the first video that you've seen of the young man with the stumps who had that great personality. Ladies with dark skin, girls with dark skin, anyone with dark skin, your dark skin is not a handicap. It does not prevent you from not waking up. It does not prevent you from not seeing. It does not prevent you from not walking, from not running. It does not prevent you from not thinking. Dark skin is not a handicap. But unfortunately, too many of these YouTubers are portraying it as such. Too much negativity towards dark skin from them. In some ways, they are trying to help, but it's not in the proper balance. That's the issue right there. Beautiful. No proof at all she's going to have a very difficult life. There isn't any. And I hope that people with dark skin do not accept that or believe that. And, what they are in putting out there is that somehow dark skin is inferior. They're putting way too much negativity out there towards dark skin. As I mentioned before, not anything or not too much that is positive. Simone Biles, dark-skinned. The greatest gymnast of all time. Lupita Nyong'o, a dark-skinned actress, a very good actress and Academy Award winner. Cicely Tyson, a legend. What is she, like 94 now? Legendary actress. Very long career. Spanned over like 60 years, I believe. There's Cicely again when she was younger. Dark skin didn't hold her back. It didn't stop her from being a great actress. Miss Viola Davis. One of the greatest actresses of our generation. Beautiful, dark-skinned, talented actress. Extremely talented. The GOAT, Serena Williams, dark skin. Dark skin didn't stop her from becoming the greatest female tennis player who ever played the game. There's Miss Serena again, in all her glory. 24 Grand Slam champions. Hopefully it's just a matter of time before she breaks that record. Big Sister Venus, 7-time Grand Slam champion, 5 times on the grass at Wimbledon. Dark skin didn't prevent her from being great. Keep going, Venus. You're doing very good at the age of 40. This is Miss Ellen Holly. Let me just tell you a little story about her. Very fair-skinned actress. Both of her parents were very fair-skinned. Some of you may have recognized her from One Life to Live. She played the part of Carla, I believe. In her autobiography, she spoke about how her fair skin did not help her out in life. It did not give her a very easy life. It did not make anything easy for her at all. She was treated terribly by the producers of the One Life to Live. She was on a couple of soaps too. But with her look, who can pass, basically she can pass. It wasn't an advantage for her having light skin. What is it, light skin, green eyes? Pretty much straight hair? So the point in which I'm trying to make, there's no proof that this dark skin is going to be a disadvantage in life. What is proof is that if you keep putting that stuff out there and not the right balance, you're affecting and damaging the mind and psyche of young girls. And I'm saying young girls. That's what I'm touching on at the moment right now. You're damaging their minds. You're putting them, all that negativity upon them, where they will think and believe. If they start to think that and believe that, their lives will be miserable. Because there are certain people on YouTube who cannot handle being dark-skinned. I mean, they say misery loves company. And I sure in the hell do believe that. I want to, at this moment, take you back to something. And it's going to tie in, and it will kind of wrap this up. Remember the young man with the stumps, who's very capable, by the way. Let's hear him again.
I'm just saying, y'all, the point is, it's easy to focus on the negatives. It's easy to focus on the downs.
Yeah.
It's easy to focus on the positives, though. It's easy to focus on the good, the stuff that you already accomplished, the stuff you already had. Pay more attention to that. Put more focus into that when the bad stuff going, and just watch the difference. Come back and tell another what happened.
With that being said, your dark skin is not a handicap. He's very capable. With your dark skin, you are very capable. Go out there in all your dark glory and be great. That was another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you beyond and through.